Welcome back, everybody. We are diving into hacker news today.
Yeah, it's always a fascinating place, right?
Always something interesting popping up there.
Absolutely.
Hacker news, for those of you who might not know, it's that kind of hub for tech enthusiasts and entrepreneurs, innovators, and really anybody who's interested in the cutting edge of what's going on.
Absolutely. And I think today we're going to look at the top 5 stories. Each of the categories, right?
Yes. Yeah. So we've got a pretty good cross-section here of top stories from this past week. And we're going to look at it through the lens of technical innovations, AI, biotech, open source, and then
Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous, yeah. That's always a fun one.
Always a wild card in there.
Exactly. So shall we jump into it?
Let's do it.
Okay. Technical innovations. The first one that caught my eye was this Nikon lens that captures both wide-angle and telephoto images.
Oh, wow.
At the same time.
So that's pretty paradigm shifting in terms of photography and filmmaking, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You could capture a sweeping vista and a close-up detail all in one shot.
Yeah.
That's the kind of creative freedom this technology unlocks.
It makes you wonder, though, if there's some trade-offs in terms of image quality.
Absolutely.
Or practicality compared to traditional lenses.
Yeah. I mean, it's tempting to get caught up in the wow factor.
Right.
But it will be interesting to see how this technology evolves
right.
and what kind of impact it has on the industry as a whole.
Okay.
Really cool, though.
Yeah. Speaking of pushing boundaries, there's also this 3D printing mod called PolyDye that enables full-color printing on existing Marlin 3D printers.
Yeah. That's pretty game-changing in terms of accessibility, right?
Oh, for sure.
Democratizing that creation of more visually stunning and complex objects without needing specialized, expensive equipment.
Yeah, yeah. And that opens up all kinds of possibilities.
Yeah. Endless possibilities. From vibrant artwork to personalized medical implants, who knows?
It makes me think about the implications for fields like education and small businesses.
Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden, the tools to create high-quality, customized 3D objects are within reach.
Absolutely.
Okay, this next one really blew my mind.
All right.
Storing 3D scans inside a single grain of wheat?
What?
Is that even possible?
So it sounds like science fiction, but artist Wafa Bilal has actually demonstrated this incredible feat of miniaturization, right? And basically it involves laser etching microscopic patterns onto the surface of the grain to encode that 3D scan data.
That is amazing. A tiny, seemingly insignificant object could hold so much information.
Right. What are the potential implications for data storage and information preservation in the future?
Yeah.
Could this be the key to creating incredibly dense and durable archives? I don't know.
It really sparks the imagination, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Imagine vast libraries of knowledge.
Yeah.
Stored in something as compact and portable as a handful of grains.
Right. You could just carry it around.
Yeah. It raises some interesting questions, though, about longevity and security. You know, how do you ensure the integrity of that data over time?
Right.
And how do you prevent unauthorized access?
Absolutely.
Okay, time to break down some digital walls.
Okay.
There's a project called MySwine that's making waves by allowing you to run Windows apps and games on your Android smartphone.
Wow.
So MySwine is blurring the lines between operating systems, potentially revolutionizing mobile gaming and productivity.
Yeah.
Imagine being able to seamlessly switch between your favorite mobile apps and your essential Windows programs, all on a single device.
Yeah. What does that mean for the future of mobile computing and cross-platform compatibility?
Really interesting questions there.
I know, right?
Okay, and speaking of mobile operating systems, LineageOS 22 just dropped, bringing a bunch of new features and improvements.
Yeah.
For those unfamiliar, it's an open source Android OS known for its privacy focus and customizability.
Absolutely. And this new version boasts an upgraded camera app.
Oh, nice.
Enhanced privacy controls and a more intuitive user interface.
Yeah.
It's exciting to see how LineageOS continues to evolve, offering that robust alternative to mainstream mobile operating systems and empowering users with greater control over their devices.
Okay, let's pivot to AI, which is always a hotbed of activity on Hacker News.
Of course.
One of the stories that jumped out was about using large language models, or LLMs, for text compression.
So it's fascinating, right? How researchers are constantly finding new applications for LLMs.
Yeah.
And this research suggests that these language models could be used to compress text data more efficiently than traditional methods, potentially leading to significant reductions in storage requirements and faster data transfer speeds.
So could this lead to smaller or more powerful devices?
Potentially.
And lightning-fast data sharing?
That's the question, isn't it?
It's pretty mind-boggling to consider the ripple effects.
Across industries, even think about it. And it really highlights how AI is not just about automation and efficiency, but also about pushing the boundaries of what's possible in terms of data management and information processing.
Right.
It's a constant reminder that we're still in the early stages of exploring the full potential of AI across a wide range of domains.
And speaking of exploring AI's potential, we've got a story about researchers developing an AI system that can automatically design those tricky balancers for the game Factorio.
Factorio, yeah. For those who haven't played it, Factorio is all about building and managing intricate factories, and these balancers are crucial for ensuring smooth and efficient resource distribution throughout the production lines. It's a complex optimization problem that even seasoned players find challenging.
So to see an AI tackling this kind of task is pretty impressive.
It is.
What does it tell us about the future of AI in problem solving and complex systems management?
It's a powerful demonstration of AI's ability to learn and adapt to complex rules and constraints, right? To optimize for efficiency and effectiveness. It makes you wonder if AI can master the complexities of a game like Factorio. What other real-world challenges could it be applied to?
It makes you think about streamlining supply chains.
Absolutely.
Managing traffic flow in smart cities.
Yeah, tons of applications. Exciting.
But AI isn't just about solving practical problems. It's also about enhancing cognitive abilities.
Absolutely.
We've got a story about Meta AI's Coconut model, which is focused on improving the reasoning abilities of LLMs.
So Coconut utilizes a technique called chain of continuous thought to break down complex problems into smaller, more manageable steps, enabling the LLM to reason through them more logically.
So it's about teaching AI to think more like a human, to approach problem solving in a step-by-step manner.
It's about moving beyond simply generating text that sounds human-like to actually enabling AI to understand and apply logic in a way that's more akin to human cognition.
Got it.
It's an exciting step towards developing AI systems that are not just intelligent, but truly insightful.
That's a fascinating distinction.
It is.
But how does AI stack up against the human brain when it comes to coding?
Good question.
We've got a story about an analysis of how various LLMs performed on the Advent of Code 2024 coding challenges.
So those challenges are known for their complexity and problem-solving focus. So it's a great way to gauge the current capabilities of AI in the realm of coding.
So is AI on the verge of replacing human programmers?
Well,
or are we safe for now?
That's the big question, right?
It is.
But the results suggest that while AI models have made impressive strides in recent years, they still struggle with certain types of challenges that require a deeper understanding of context, abstract thinking, and that uniquely human spark of creative problem solving.
Okay, so human programmers can breathe a sigh of relief.
For now.
At least for now.
But this is definitely a space to watch closely.
It is, yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, time for something a little more speculative.
Okay.
And let's be honest, entertaining. A live AI stock trading dashboard.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, so this project features a live dashboard. Where AI models like GPT-4, Claude 3, and Gemini are making daily stock trades.
Wow.
Using real money.
Talk about high stakes. It's one thing to test AI's trading skills in a simulation. But to give them real money to play with, that's bold.
That is bold.
It's a bold experiment that provides valuable insights into how different AI models approach financial decision-making. And the dashboard allows anyone to track their performance, understand their reasoning, and compare their strategies.
So are we on the cusp of an AI-driven Wall Street?
It's an intriguing and perhaps slightly unsettling thought.
It is.
Only time will tell how this experiment plays out. But it's a compelling demonstration of how AI is being applied to increasingly complex and high-impact real-world domains.
Well, we've explored some groundbreaking tech and delved into the fascinating world of AI.
It's a lot to take in.
It is, but there's much more to uncover.
Yeah.
Get ready to dive into biotech next,
All right.
where some truly remarkable discoveries await.
Let's do it.
All right, let's shift gears and dive into the world of biotech.
Yeah, biotech. Always something amazing happening there.
Always. Okay. So first up, we have a discovery that's shaking up our understanding of life itself.
Okay.
Scientists have found an entirely new class of life called obelisks.
Obelisks.
Living right inside the human digestive system.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's incredible to think we're still making such fundamental discoveries about the human body.
Absolutely.
So these obelisks, they challenge our traditional definitions of life.
Okay.
Exhibiting characteristics of both viruses and bacteria.
Oh, wow.
But not fitting neatly into either category.
Interesting.
It really highlights how much we still have to learn about the vast and complex world of the microbiome.
It's a game changer for microbiome research, for sure.
It makes you wonder what other secrets are lurking within us. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What does this mean for our understanding of the role
the
microbiome plays in human health?
Right. Could these obelisks be beneficial, harmful, or perhaps even play a more neutral role? We just don't know yet.
So many questions.
Yeah.
Speaking of frontiers, we have another biotech story that's pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
All right.
This one is about high-speed DNA computing.
Okay.
Using a solid-state DNA origami register.
Wow.
For those of us who aren't molecular biologists. Right.
Can you break that down for us?
I'll try my best. It sounds incredibly complex, but the basic idea is DNA computing utilizes the unique properties of DNA molecules to perform computations.
Okay.
And DNA origami refers to the technique of folding DNA strands into specific shapes to create a stable platform for these computations.
I see.
In this case, they've achieved high-speed sequential computing using this approach.
So essentially, they're building computers out of DNA.
Yeah, kind of. It's mind-blowing, isn't it?
It really is.
Like, what are the potential advantages of this technology compared to traditional computing?
Yeah, that's a good question.
DNA computers have the potential to be significantly more energy efficient.
Yep.
And possess vastly greater storage capacity than our current silicon-based computers.
Wow.
They also excel at parallel processing, which means they can perform multiple calculations simultaneously, potentially leading to much faster computation speeds for certain types of problems.
Yeah.
So it sounds like the future of computing could be biological.
It's fascinating to think about, right?
It is fascinating.
How nature's own building blocks could revolutionize the way we process information.
Yeah. But let's shift gears to a biotech story that's a bit more concerning.
Okay.
The detection of microplastics in human organs.
Yeah, I saw that. A little concerning, for sure.
Yeah, this is a growing concern. And the research highlights a potential link between microplastic accumulation and the development of lesions in human tissues.
Scary to think about.
While more research is needed to fully understand the long-term health implications, it's a stark reminder of the pervasive nature of plastic pollution.
Yeah.
And the potential risks it poses to human health.
It really underscores the urgent need to address plastic waste.
Yeah.
And its impact on the environment and our bodies,
Absolutely.
We often think about the visible effects of plastic pollution.
Right.
But this study reveals the potential for unseen consequences at a microscopic level.
And it's a reminder that our actions have far-reaching consequences.
Right. Totally.
And we need to consider the full life cycle of the materials we use and the waste we generate.
Absolutely. We can't ignore the potential for these tiny particles to accumulate in our ecosystems and ultimately impact human health.
Okay, let's end our biotech exploration on a more positive note.
Okay, good.
There's a fascinating project called the Dog Aging Project.
I've heard of that.
Which aims to understand the aging process in dogs.
Yeah.
With the hope of developing interventions that could extend their lifespan and improve their health span. Why focus on dogs?
Well, dogs share many similarities with humans.
Okay.
In terms of their physiology, genetics, and environmental exposures.
I see.
They also experience many of the same age-related diseases.
Okay.
Making them valuable models for studying the aging process.
So the idea is that by studying aging in dogs, we can gain insights that could be applied to humans as well.
Precisely. If researchers can identify ways to slow down or even reverse aging in dogs. It could pave the way for similar therapies in humans.
Okay.
Potentially leading to longer, healthier lives for both species.
That's a promising avenue of research.
Yeah, it is.
And it highlights how scientific advancements in one area can often have ripple effects across multiple fields, benefiting both humans and animals.
That's the beauty of science, isn't it?
It is. Now let's move into the realm of open source.
All right.
Where collaboration and community drive innovation.
Love it.
We have a story about the RubyConf 2024 Cloud Native BuildPack Hack Day.
Nice.
What exactly are Cloud Native BuildPacks?
So Cloud Native BuildPacks provide a standardized way to package and deploy applications in cloud environments.
Okay.
They streamline the process, making it easier and more efficient for developers to get their applications up and running in the cloud.
Got it.
And this Hack Day is bringing together Ruby enthusiasts to focus on improving these build packs and other tools for deploying Ruby applications.
It's fantastic to see this kind of collaboration within the open source community.
It is.
By working together to refine these tools, they're making it easier for developers to focus on building innovative applications.
Right.
Without getting bogged down in the complexities of deployment.
It's a great example of how the open source ethos fosters innovation by sharing knowledge and working collaboratively.
Yeah.
Developers can create more robust and accessible tools that benefit the entire community.
Absolutely. Next up, we have a project that's perfect for anyone who's ever gotten lost in a long, winding thread on X.
Oh, yeah.
Formerly known as Twitter.
Right.
It's called Unlace, and it's an open source thread reader that transforms those often messy X threads into easily readable articles.
Nice.
And here's the best part. You don't need an X account to use it.
That's awesome.
This tool makes those lengthy threads more accessible and digestible, allowing you to follow the conversation without getting bogged down by the platform's interface.
Love it. That's a great example of open source developers stepping up to solve real-world problems and improve the online experience.
Absolutely.
It also highlights the importance of accessibility, making information readily available regardless of whether you're plugged into a particular platform.
Now let's talk about a project that tackles the ever-present need for reliable file sharing.
Right.
One developer has shared his open source solution for creating a company-wide self-hosted file sharing system using AWS S3.
Oh, cool. So AWS S3 is Amazon's cloud storage service.
Right.
But this open source solution makes it accessible and user-friendly for an entire organization.
Okay.
It empowers businesses to have more control over their data, keep it secure within their own infrastructure, and avoid relying on third-party file sharing services.
It's a great example of how open source solutions can provide practical and affordable alternatives to commercial software, giving businesses more flexibility and control over their data management.
Agreed.
But now, let's take a trip down memory lane.
Okay.
With a project that's sure to appeal to retro computing enthusiasts. 86box.
I love it.
86box is an open source emulator for by86 based machines.
Okay.
Which means you can run older operating systems and software on modern hardware.
That's cool.
It's a fantastic way to experience computing history firsthand.
Yeah.
Preserve older software and explore the evolution of technology.
It's like having a virtual time machine for computers.
Yeah. Imagine firing up Windows 95.
Oh, yeah.
Or reliving those classic games or experiencing the early days of the internet.
I'm getting nostalgic just thinking about it.
It's a great way to gain a deeper appreciation for how far technology has come.
Speaking of evolution, our final open source story is about a major update to the popular photography application, Darktable.
Right.
Version 5.0.0 brings a plethora of new features and enhancements, including improved image editing tools, enhanced performance, and a more streamlined user interface.
It's exciting to see open source software continually evolving and keeping pace with commercial alternatives, providing users with powerful and free tools to pursue their creative passions.
I couldn't agree more.
Now, before we wrap up, let's indulge in some of the quirky and thought-provoking stories that caught our attention. In the miscellaneous category.
The wild card.
Exactly.
To see what we've got.
This first one is a real testament to the creativity and ingenuity of the programming community.
All right, I like it.
It all started with a challenge on Stack Exchange. Build a fully functional Tetris game within Conway's Game of Life.
Wow, that's a challenge.
It is. Can you explain what Conway's Game of Life is?
I can try. So Conway's Game of Life is a cellular automaton.
Okay.
Imagine a grid where cells can be either alive or dead.
Okay.
And their state changes based on simple rules governing their interaction with neighboring cells.
I see.
It's a simple concept that leads to surprisingly complex and often unpredictable patterns.
So how did they manage to create Tetris within this seemingly simple system?
Yeah, it's an incredible feat of programming, really.
Right. Yeah.
Not only did they have to represent the game elements within the constraints of Conway's Game of Life, but also create a system where those elements interact according to the rules of Tetris.
Right.
It's like solving a complex puzzle within another puzzle.
It really highlights the creative potential of coding, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And the power of abstract thinking.
Yeah.
It's amazing what can be achieved when you combine ingenuity with a deep understanding of complex systems.
Gee.
Now let's shift gears to a story that's a bit more down to earth, but no less important. The quest for the perfect coding font.
Ah, yes. The eternal quest.
Daring Fireball is hosting a tournament to determine the most visually appealing and readable coding font.
Interesting.
Why is typography so important for developers?
Well, you might think it's a trivial detail, but typography plays a crucial role in a developer's productivity and well-being.
Okay.
Choosing the right font can make code easier to read.
Makes sense.
Reduce eye strain, and even help prevent errors.
Oh, wow.
It's about creating an environment where developers can focus on the logic and structure of their code without being hindered by visual distractions or discomfort. A well-designed font can make a world of difference in terms of readability and overall coding experience.
Absolutely. And this tournament is a fun way to highlight the importance of typography for developers.
Absolutely.
And spark a discussion about the factors that contribute to a truly great coding font.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they come up with.
Me too. Okay, now for a story that takes us into the world of cybersecurity and cryptography.
Okay, let's do it.
There was a presentation at the Chaos Communication Congress that delved into the methods used to break NATO radio encryption.
Sounds like something straight out of a spy thriller.
It does, doesn't it? What were some of the key takeaways from this presentation?
Well, it provided a fascinating glimpse into the ongoing battle between those trying to secure information and those trying to access it. The presentation highlighted the vulnerabilities of even seemingly secure communication systems.
Oh, wow.
And emphasized the importance of constantly evolving security measures to stay ahead of potential threats.
It's a reminder that in the digital age, security is an ongoing process, right?
Absolutely.
And there's no such thing as an impenetrable system.
Agreed.
We need to be constantly vigilant and adapt our security measures to stay ahead of those seeking to exploit weaknesses.
It's a constant arms race.
It is. Okay, let's lighten the mood with a story that bridges the gap between traditional art and digital creation. There's a new simulator called Mixbox that accurately replicates.
Oh, cool.
Pigment mixing techniques for digital painting.
Interesting.
It's a fantastic tool for digital artists who want to achieve more realistic results, explore a wider range of color palettes, and deepen their understanding of how pigments interact.
Yeah, so instead of mixing physical paints on a palette, they can now experiment with color combinations in a virtual environment that mimics the real thing.
It's a great example of how technology can enhance creative processes and break down barriers between different artistic mediums.
Absolutely.
It allows artists to explore traditional techniques in a digital space, opening up new possibilities for experimentation and expression.
And it makes the process more accessible, right?
Yeah.
Digital tools like Mixbox can help aspiring artists learn about color theory and mixing techniques without needing to invest in physical materials.
Fair point.
Democratizing art. I love it.
And finally, we wrap up our Miscellaneous segment with a story that celebrates a unique and quirky cultural tradition.
All right, let's hear it.
Dinner for One, a British comedy sketch, has become an unlikely New Year's Eve tradition in Germany.
Wait, a British comedy sketch taking Germany by storm? That's fascinating.
It is fascinating. So what's the story behind this unexpected cultural phenomena.
Well, it's a testament to the power of humor and tradition to transcend borders, despite its British origins and somewhat absurd humor.
Yep.
Dinner for One has resonated deeply with German audiences for decades.
Wow.
It's a prime example of how cultural phenomena can take on unexpected meanings and significance in different contexts.
It's a heartwarming reminder that laughter and shared experiences can connect people across cultures.
It's true.
Creating traditions that are both unique and universally relatable.
Absolutely.
Well, that wraps up our whirlwind tour through the top stories on Hacker News.
That was a lot.
It was a lot.
A lot of cool stuff there.
It's incredible to see the sheer breadth of innovation and discussion happening within this community. Wow, we've covered some truly mind-blowing stuff today.
Yeah, a lot to digest.
From futuristic lenses to computers made of DNA.
Right.
What stood out to you the most from all these stories?
It's hard to choose just one.
Yeah.
But I think the story about storing 3D scans in a grain of wheat really captured my imagination.
Oh, yeah, that was a wild one.
The implications for data storage and information preservation are just staggering.
Yeah.
Imagine being able to condense entire libraries of knowledge into something so small and seemingly insignificant.
It's a fascinating concept, isn't it? It makes you wonder how we might approach archiving and preserving cultural heritage in the future.
Right. Like, could we one day have entire museums stored within a handful of grains?
Whoa.
It's a possibility that's both exciting and a bit daunting.
Yeah.
It raises questions about accessibility, security, and even the very nature of how we interact with and preserve knowledge.
What about you? Which stories resonated most with you?
I think I'm still a bit awestruck by the idea of AI stock traders battling it out in the market.
Oh, yeah, that was a fascinating one.
It's both fascinating and slightly unnerving to think about the potential implications as these systems become more sophisticated.
Definitely. It does raise some important questions about transparency and accountability in AI-driven financial systems.
Yeah. How do we ensure that these systems are operating fairly and responsibly?
Right.
And how do we prevent unintended consequences or biases from creeping in?
Exactly. It's a complex landscape.
It is.
And it's crucial that we have these conversations as AI becomes more integrated into our financial systems.
Absolutely. But amidst all this technological advancement, it's important to remember that human ingenuity and critical thinking are still paramount.
Couldn't agree more. Technology is a powerful tool.
Right.
But it's ultimately up to us to use it wisely and ethically.
Yeah.
We need to foster a culture of digital literacy and critical thinking to navigate this rapidly evolving landscape. Well said. So, as we step into the new year, what are your hopes for the future of technology?
I hope that we continue to see a focus on human-centered design.
Okay.
On creating technology that empowers people, fosters creativity, and addresses real-world challenges. And I hope that we continue to have these critical conversations about the ethical implications of these advancements, ensuring that technology serves humanity in a positive and sustainable way.
I couldn't agree more. It's an exciting time to be alive.
It is.
And I'm eager to see what groundbreaking discoveries and innovations await us in the year ahead.
Me too. And who knows what fascinating stories will emerge from the depths of Hacker News.
Right.
It's a constant reminder that the future is being shaped right before our eyes.
Yeah.
And we have the power to influence its direction.
Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Hacker News.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We hope you've gained some valuable insights and perhaps even a renewed sense of wonder about the possibilities that technology holds.
Absolutely. It's an incredible time to be following all of this.
It is. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep those Hacker News tabs open.
That's right.
The future's waiting to be discovered.